we go. All right. Coffee? No coffee? Oh, my belly though hurts. I ate those cheese and Triscuits, man.
It hurts.
I feel bloated. Alright. Put that fan on. It's hot. I'm hot. We will be starting soon. Just making a coffee, you know. Thank you. All right, let's get this show started. All right, welcome back. Let's fix the camera a little bit. Welcome back, Chess Labs. This is another live stream. The Blunders or Brilliance chess series. And today we're going to do the same thing as we did last time. We're going to warm up with some puzzles and then have some 2200 ELO Blitz Battle Showdown. So let's start off with a puzzle and see what we can accomplish. Because at the end of the day, my goal is 2300. Let's see if I can get to 2300. It may not be so easy. All right. So there's a queen for knight and rook. But the knight is currently undefended. If the check, you can just take and you're up a bishop. So you could just take the knight. Yeah, it takes. There are no checks besides this. And then you can push. Alright, that wasn't that difficult. Looked a lot harder than it really was. But at the end of the day, we'll take those. We will take those. Queen and pawn endgames. These are deceptively difficult because the board is so open. There's a million avenues of attack for the queen. So how can we handle this check? There's no follow-up check. Same thing here, so there's just a single check. So check. If the king moves here, it's just checkmate. And if the king moves up, or up, we have to check. Yeah, we just push the pawn here. Oh, this was the hard part. That was the hardest part of this. I don't see what the problem is with this move. Oh, maybe it's just something simple like this. Yeah, I need to go here so I can rotate this way. Look at that. I just lost so many points with that, just that one simple mistake. But that's the nature of the beast. again. So white's up a whole pawn, a whole bishop and 2 pawns, 3, 4 pawns. This almost looks hopeless. But this rook is hanging with check. This pawn can follow up because the bishop can't block, so the king has to step up. And then after so check here, check here, check here. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's an issue because after the check, the rook is going to be able to skewer the king if the king tries to run up. And we're going to create this ladder mate type of idea. So if we just have the fork, I think that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Let me not get too excited because I'm still not back to where I was when we started. All right, so check ideas. King has to go back. We have another check. Can't take because of the pin. Oh, so how about we reverse it? How about we check first so the king can go there, and if he takes, now this is checkmate because the king has no pawn for cover. And if you don't take, well, it's check, so you have to respond, and this is mate right after. Conveniently covers the square too. Yes. All right. There we go. I got a whopping 2 points for that. Great. Alright, well, this pass pawn would be dangerous if black wasn't so well placed with all his pieces. These dark squares are tender. So there has to be a tactic here for an attack. So unfortunately we can't take here because of the knight. And I would love to deflect this knight somehow. Or decoy. But I don't seem to be in position to do that. Now, taking the pawn looks nice. It's a fork. It's a discovery on the rook. I mean, on the pony. And then I can win that. If he takes, I can take here. There's a pen. And then if rook goes here, I have bishop here. That looks really, really, really good. takes here, here. Can he just come back with the queen? Oh, then I pick up the knight. Alright, I pick up the knight. And if this, I take the knight. The knight's hanging, that's the problem. The knight's loose. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So the position is pretty much locked on this side. Nothing's happening over here. The action is happening all over here. This king, I feel a breeze in the position. There's no pawn cover exposed, so it would look like black has a nice attack going. But he's sort of underdeveloped because of this. While white has a lead in development and his rooks is going to have nice open lines, while this rook and this bishop are going to have a difficult time getting in the game or involved. We can just push the pawn, right? If we're here and then the knight falls, just one's a piece, right? Oh, there is an intermezzo check, but we can just take the knight. Yes, it looks pretty clear. What if he takes here? I don't think it matters. Hold on, let me not rush this. I see a fork here, but if I take his, he takes mine. Oh, but I have a fork here afterwards. And his knight, I'm pretty sure, is trapped. Or I win this pawn. Or no, I just take the knight. Because then the threat here. No, then he takes with check. I have to. I could just take the rook with check and then take the knight. And I'll be up a clean rook. Oh no. That wasn't it. Take the queen. It was still take the queen. Cause if this, then this. And then if this, you take this, and if he tries to go back, you have this, so he has to take here instead, and then you take here, and then I'm up a piece. I'm up. Alright, but that's neither here nor there. I'm disappointed. Come on. I need to lock in. So this bishop is kind of worthless in protecting the light squares. So somehow these type of ideas are the way to go. But this is under attack here. Ah, this is so hard. This one's a hard one. Is it just check? Is it just check? Here, and then push the pawn to defend. Create a pass pawn. Is it just a perpetual check? Well, I have to give a check because I need to defend. I can't do this. That seems too slow. Alright, well this puts pressure on this at least. This is just a check. And it doesn't actually threaten anything. But I can do this, which defends here and threatens to sabotage. Alright, let's go for it. Alright. Ah, these puzzles, they just give away their pieces. Alright. Here we go. Wow, this looks like a problem. A serious problem. So let's see how to handle that. Something immediate. Checks are pointless. We'll just sacrifice the rook because it's checkmate. The knight can defend here, threaten the bishop. Also, we have another rook, so there's also this check here, which forces the king to one of these two squares. Well, it has to be this square, because otherwise this would be checkmate. Right, so check here. And where's the other check at? Check here, check. 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 This one's a difficult one. check here. This is the problem. What happens after the king here? I don't have any good checks, and everything needs to be checked. Otherwise, it's just directly checkmate. And that's the hard part, because after this check here, he can move up or he can move down. And either way, those are questions that have to be answered. Check here. Check. So let's say he goes down there. Check. No. Check. 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 Oh, that's... Woo! There it is. That was a hard one. That one required my focus. I had to think about it long and hard. Okay, let's do another one. King is really exposed. Cost a couple of pieces to get this position, but this rook is ready to swing laterally. Maybe just taking the pawns the way to go, just to get the rook in the game. But the king wants to escape. I don't think we can allow this. This also is defensive in nature and prepares this move, which I think would be nice, real strong, because bishop here will be a problem. Or will it? He can also push here if I don't take this immediately. Also, this check is powerful because the light squares, the retreating light squares can't be returned to, and the X-rays, the H5, H6 square. So that's really strong check. He would have to go here, then we got another check. He's just gonna be literally hugging the king. That can't be good for him. All right. Doing well. So there's a lot of back rank ideas here, but he can defend here. This means nothing. He could just take. Furthermore, if I move without a check, he can just take this pawn and check me for infinity and beyond. There has to be something better lingering here. Imagine if we can just push here, but you can just take. Doesn't accomplish anything. Can even take here, because the king would have this square if any checks, which is nothing to fear. Aha, I see the combination. It involves sacrificing this and getting the pawn push in, so that way you can create back rank issues with both sides of the rook swinging in. This was a really difficult one, but you take here, captures. No, you have to check first. Check to force the bishop here. The bishop needs to be here. Then you take, can't take because of the pin. So rook takes. Now the rook's not on here anymore. But wait, if we take, does he have to take here? So he can move up, right? He can just move up. What's the point of that? If he moves up, you can just take, right? Oh, now we can check, and if he takes, we can take the bishop. Oh, this is actually not so simple. I thought it was straightforward. Check, block, takes. Because my idea was that if he takes with the rook, then I can push the pawn here. And now he's in trouble, because no matter what he does, I'm going to sacrifice my rook for the bishop, and when the king takes, I have the back rank checkmate. That's the whole idea. Once the rook recaptures, I plug the hole. Now the king is pinned with the bishop, and once I sacrifice it, I'll have a back rank idea. But unfortunately, there's a flaw to my idea, and that is that when I give a check here, and he blocks, because blocking is forced, because I control all these squares with my rook. Then after I capture here with check, he doesn't have to capture, and that's annoying, because after he moves the king up to g7 and unpins his bishop, I don't have a clear follow-up. Oh, yes, I do, actually. Because now I can give a check to the king. And if the king captures, now I have a fork on the king and rook. Wow. That's tough. All right, let's go. That has to be it. There we go. That is it. Now we're just up a whole rook. Game over. All right. All right, let's go. Another one. So this is a end game here. So obviously, if I'm down material, I have to use whatever material I have to win. So I need to get out the way and push the pawn. But the question is, where do I go? So if I go here, then we have ideas like this. Pawn here, and then check. Oh, excuse me, check. Doesn't matter where I go. And then check here. And we can always sacrifice the knight for the pawn. And that's at least a draw. If we go here, he goes here. He goes here. He goes here. Then we go here. There's no stopping it. I just have to run to the corner, not here. Because if I move here, then he has a check. And if I move here, now actually if I move here, he has a check too, because he can go here to attack, push, check. And that just gives him that one extra tempo he needs to get to cover the G8 square. So this is the move. I can't go here or here. This is just in the way of my pawn. So, and I'm gonna have to waste enough tempo to move it. So I need to not move my king in front of the pawn. But this is the square, because there's no checks that he can give me, no matter which square he goes to. There we go. All right. On our way back up. Climbing. All right, so another end game, pawn end game, but this should be relatively simple because it's so few pieces of material. I have to make sure that I get the opposition. I don't know why this just isn't a simple win. So you want to capture this pawn, because when you get the duo, it's one more square towards the center. If you capture this way, then he can capture here, and then you have to capture, and now you got the pawns on the rook pawn, the flank pawn, and it becomes more difficult to get the king out the corner, and he has more opportunities for stalemate. So let's just capture this way. Whoa, why is that a problem? He captures, and then what? You get the opposition, and then it's a draw. That's not a draw, that's just a win. This is just winning. Alright. Yeah, that was kind of difficult. Alright, one more. And then we're going to play some Blitz. Come on. So we got a lot of pieces cutting into the position here. This knight has ideas maybe coming to life. Now it would be nice to take here, but this is a rook, so that's not a good idea. Let's give up a rook for a knight. Not unless we take here, and then after the check, if the king goes back, we have check here. The rook has to take, then it's mate. Then it's mate. So then after here, then you just give the check here, and then the king has to go. Okay, so takes. King can't go back. He can't go back to that square. So he has to come up. Then I have a check. He can't go back because then I have discovery check. And then I'll get the rook, followed by mate. But if the king comes to h3, we have check. The king can't go back to these squares, so he has to move up. But the question is, what do we do if he moves up? Wait, he can't move up. Oh wait, he can't move up because the pawn's there. So after check, you gotta go back and you just pick up the rook. What am I talking about? The pawn's here. So yes. Oh, see, that's the wrong way because now we have to checkmate. All right. Attacking the queen right away. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Wow. There's a lot going on here. Pin, attack, This is being attacked. The king's in the center. This is out of play. The queen's protecting the knight. These rooks are undeveloped. But apparently I have something here. What if I just push the pawn check? If he takes, I can take and then give a fork and I get the exchange. No, that'll just give me up a whole, I'll be up a whole. I'll be up a whole. And then I can move after that. Okay. Yeah. I'm up the exchange. We should be winning enough to win. Alright. So we got this annoying pen. White's up. He's up. In exchange for 2 pieces, we got a threat of this, which will win a piece immediately. This pin makes it so that you can't capture here. Also, we have the ideas of capturing, and you can't recapture with the king. Oh, yes, yes you can. You can capture with the king right now. The king can't go anywhere. So that's annoying for him. So he can't castle to connect his rooks. I want to get out of the pen. I could offer a trade here. Right? Wouldn't a trade be good for me? And he actually has to trade because I can take the knight if he does nothing. And if he tries to maybe wiggle his way around, I can add more pressure and break the pen, and then he'd have nothing. Yeah, the queen trade is strong. I think I would just have a dominating position after that. Oh no. That's not cool. What happens if I go for the check? So if I go now, I have a discovery. What now? Can't stop it. I have to push the pawn or something. But that's still a check. Alright, there we go. One more. I can't go out like that. This checkmate's a problem. Then that means that I have to end this immediately. Or if I can manage to get the queens off, that would be enough for the win. Also, this is just kind of hanging, isn't it? Which means if I give a check, he can't go here, because this is a capture with tempo with check, and that just has to be losing. And if he goes back, I can't. I can give a check here, right? Because then I would have the queen checkmate. Yeah, this is nasty. And now the queen check, because the important thing about the check is I can't checkmate here because the square is covered. So I need to get to a square where I can laterally checkmate, and he has to respond here. He can actually interpose with his queen too. So maybe that doesn't work actually. I can't take the bishop because the queen check, or excuse me, the queen check would fork the rook, and then white would be winning 3-on-1. Endgame. Completely lost. I'm not so sure. Hold on, let me do my... Alright. Alright, let's see here. I can't take the bishop. Given the check, he can block with the queen, and the problem is that if I give check, he can block because he's connected. He's connected with a battery. The check blocks. The check. He has to block. Oh, I trade, and now we have a pin. Oh, that's it. There we go. All right, let's play some Blitz games. See if we can get a little bit of rating. All right, from the Philippines, Dragoon. Let's see. Open. Old Sicilian line. Okay, no Dragoon. Play it safe. You want to fracture my pawn structure? Go ahead. Get the queens off. Okay, let's trade again. Putting pressure here. I didn't want him developing with tempo. Okay, so now I'll develop castle. Prepare maybe this. Bring my bishop to b7. Go ahead. What do you want to play for f5? Play for f5. I'll just win a pawn. This is defend it. I would like to play f5 myself, but not yet. All right, so looks like he just dropped the pawn. He blundered. All right, so I decided to strike back and try to fight for my fair share center, and he can't take the pawn back because there's fork ideas. I have the fork here. He realizes that it's a problem, so he decides to take a loss. But this isn't gonna cut it. His bishop is scope is drastically reduced. Also, I'm gonna have ideas of trying to place my bishop here to contest. All right, we'll treat it. Everything is nice and defend it, nicely defended, snug as a bug in a rug. So they want to play tricky. So I can take, and do I have fork ideas? That's cute. So I take here, he takes here. That's cute. Trying to chip away at my center. All right. That is cute. So why don't we just prepare the fork idea. Push the pawn, fork the knight. This is defend it. Queen can't come here, 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 here. Can't. No entry points for the queen. These pawns are nicely defended by the bishop. It's a long range piece. It doesn't need to be directly in front with the rest. Okay. Now this is a dangerous idea. How does he stop that? My queen defends this square, so I'm not really scared of this. I'll just take here, win the pawn, and then I'll have rook lift ideas, which is gonna be too much. Okay. What's going on here? Should I just sacrifice this? So this bishop is a problem. Okay. Now I control all the entering points for the rook. If the queen comes here, it's alright. My queen defends nicely. I can swing over. Okay, let's see. I do this. Everything's defended. It looks scary, but he has nothing. And now he wants to try something. What can we do here? Okay, let's do this. Alright, I'm moving slowly. I'm still quite nicely to defend it. He doesn't really have any actual attacks here. Everything looks... Let's defend this here. Let's defend it. Yes. All right. I had to kick into high gear, but I got him. Took him down. Whew. That was too close, actually. I need to step up my game a little bit. Move a little bit faster, a little bit more deliberate. All right, so Scandinavian Bronstein. Oh, they call it Mises. Okay, so this pawn structure looks pretty ugly, but everything's defended, and I do have access to a lot of nice squares. Let's take away this for the queen. I like this idea here. Jumping here, jumping around. Oh man, I think I screwed up here. Alright. It looks like he's not going to be able to stop me from queening. So, I still have opportunity to win this. Although if he's smart, he can... He might fight for a win here. But that might be kind of dangerous for him. He always has draw options. Perpetual check forever. I can never push because then same problem. Check, check, check. Yeah, there we go. All right. Draw. It's not a loss. Sacrificed the queen, didn't lose. Not bad. Not bad. Matter of fact, I should have reviewed the game to see if that was a blunder or if it was brilliant after this game. So, what is this? The Nimzovich defense. Okay, e4. If he's e5, it's back to normal lines. Alright, so he wants to go for the pin. Let's protect it this way. So you want to go for that. Okay. He wants to go keep going for the attack. Alright, I'll grab some space. We'll turn this into like a King's Indian defense. I like this idea. Okay, now we're gonna get my pieces out pretty quickly. Let's go here. Let's defend. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. Okay. Let's stop this knight from jumping here. Because once I move the bishop, he has a fork on the pawn and the bishop, and I would have to go back. But now I can develop this. I'm ready to start attacking. Pretty soon, actually. Let me fully develop. I'm not castled, so. I have to keep developing. Okay. This pawn is going to be hanging at the end of all these lines. If I take, I'm only helping his position. This bishop is supposed to be here so I can reroute it. This bishop is in my way. Or maybe here. Because the move is this. But I don't have that. Alright, let's do this. If it takes, it'll take. It's not the best position here, but it's also not the worst. Okay. So you want to do this? We'll start opening up things, attacking. Alright, so the bishop can't go back here. Alright, so he wants to go here. If I castle, he has sacrifice ideas, which will be super dangerous for me. Because the bishop would also be attacking here. So maybe I just... This is dangerous. This is dangerous. If I castle into that, will I just get mated? Oh, you can just bring the bishop down, can he? Oh man, this is scary. All right, let's go. Oh no. Yeah, I'm too slow. Too slow. Yikes. I collapsed under pressure. Alright. Well, no blunders, right? No blunders. But more importantly, no brilliancies. No. 74%. Not up to snuff. Stats. Let's check the stats games. Let's see the review. Any blunders? Oh no. It was a decent game, but blunder. I needed to block apparently, but I got the draw, so at the end of the world. And then what about the game before that? No brilliance, but no blunder. 91%. Yeah, I played this game pretty well. Sicilian. Trade the queens. Alright, so I played this pretty well positionally. I'm happy with this game. Alright, let's battle it on. Let's go again. Let's see here. Another Sicilian. We're gonna get the dragon on the board. Is he gonna play the Marazzi? No Marazzi. So we got the main line. Or the modern variation, let's say. Okay. Yeah. And now we're gonna create an isolated pawn. Or he's gonna take and give me a nice center. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Now what? I'm gonna win the pawn. Okay. I'll play this game. So my position is super solid. These pawns are like a shield. He doesn't really have any good entrance points. Let's defend it nicely. I can just castle here. I can always remaneuver here. This is defend it. Alright. But I do have to break at some point. Alright. Let's start remaneuvering our pieces. defending. Everything's defended. Pawn push would be strong. I can always take the bishop if it develops out. Okay. Alright, this is getting tricky because he's trying to open things up. Okay. I welcome these ideas. You want to take there? Alright. Check. I have tricks still. He won a rook, but I'm threatening checkmate and his queen. He can't return because of the pawn. So he might just give up the queen here. I'm going to pre-move it. I have a time advantage. I need to secure this one. I still have passed pawns here. Lots of them. So I have more than enough counterplay. I just have to make sure this pawn doesn't become anything. He's spending way too much time in this move. So he must be thinking about something. There it is. Okay. Alright, so let's go for it right now. No time wasted. You can't attack it. There we go. Haha, too fast. I'm gonna get a queen next move, but I'm probably still losing, but he doesn't have time. So I have to use that to my advantage. And lo and behold, I did find something brilliant. He played more accurate than I did, though. Yeah, sacrificing. Alright, that wasn't the move, though. Oh, because I could just took me the queen right away. Of course. So, blunder. Yikes. Brilliance and blunders back to back. Either way, we walk away with the win. Faster, faster. More accurate. Pressure on the pawn. Okay, he wants to pin. Alright, so I like this setup against this formation. Yeah. I can castle it. Nah, play h3 so his knight doesn't try to go after my bishop. And there it is. That's the break we all been waiting for. However, I want to play for this. Go ahead. Maintain the center. Okay, so he's going for this. He wants to trade or push, right? I don't care. Give me. I don't mind pushing either. Trying to damage his structure, grab some space, open my bishop. Okay. Pressure on this pawn now. I can push. Now the question is, do I want to retreat or keep the pressure? Yeah, let's keep it on this diagonal. I feel like it's gonna have some function, especially since he pushed the pawn, implying he has ideas of playing on the queen side. But also supports the pawn push if he decides to get funky. But I'm ready to redeploy my... So let's do this because we have cute moves here. Oh wait, doesn't that just drop my knight? Oh no, what did I do here? Oh my goodness. Blunder town. Oh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Okay. So let's develop this. If he takes, we have a trap here. Okay. No, that doesn't work. Can I just push here? Mmm. This is a hard one. I could just take the pawn, right? Alright, isn't that pawn just kind of like free? Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to return it and then push. And then I'm going to start deploying my forces. Alright. Okay, let's take the rook. And let's... That's annoying right there. Alright, let's not take it. Let's offer this. No, we have tactical resources here. Alright, so he's allowing me to simplify into a much better endgame where I'm just up a gazillion pawns. I don't think this is the way he should be playing this, because he doesn't actually have any checkmate ideas. My rooks defend everything. Matter of fact, I'm winning so much, I can just give this back to simplify. And now I'm gonna start running, because I'm a jerk like that. And now my job is easy. Like, I got 3 connected pass pawns. 4 if you want to trade these off. Impossible. This knight is superior to this bishop because it can't be assailed. And it covers the mating square here. I don't care if we trade. Okay. And now I'm gonna start pushing. I can also start pushing this way. Start pushing this way. Oof, too fast. Too many pawns. Another brilliance. Oof, I had to lock in. All right, 0 blunders. No brilliance though. Playing a little below standard. I'm not gonna like it. Oh, who do we have in chat here? Let's see. What's going on? All right. High rating lately and been doing more underrated, stronger players, anonymous games. Helps even though I can lose sometimes. I've ever done that. Of course. Yeah. Listen, blunders happen all the time. You have to train your tactical visions. That's why I warm up with puzzles. Never stop doing puzzles. Watch a lot of videos, game analysis for commentary, for tournaments, and that's pretty much what I usually do now. But now, not really so much anymore. Playing in tournaments anymore. All right, so let's try this again. I'll try to talk a little bit more and explain what's going on. What is your rating? You have a rating? Ratings don't matter. As long as you're improving and you're reaching your personal goals, that's all that matters. All right, here we go again. 2210. I'm 1 point away from 2200. I think I can get it. Sicilian is my main weapon. The boulder attack. This is a lazy man's game. So I like to do this sort of fianchetto system. I have to stop this. Bishop, come here. Okay, he wants to go straight for attack. Alright, so we're gonna do this. If he takes, I can take with the rook here. Now this pawn is kind of weak. Alright, so now how do I take advantage of this? Don't I just have a fork here? Yes, I just have a fork here. And I should be winning. Alright, so see, even 2200s miss forks. Let's defend it. This is all defended. Everything is defended. These early attacks can be scary. So now we take here because now we have another fork at the end of. All right, so he didn't want it. All right. All right, let's break the pin. Let's develop my queen. Let's see. Let's develop here. If the queen comes to attack, we have this cute little move here. Oh no, we don't. Alright, we have this. We're okay. Everything's defended. I can swing over, bring the rook this way. I'm relatively safe. See what I mean? And now what? because I'm coming with the rook. I'm gonna get another tempo. Yes. Another tempo. Where are you going? You're going there. I see. Alright, so let's do this. Let's defend this way. Now I have tricks. I have tricks here. So he has to be careful. What are you doing here? I have tricks now. I have tricks. These pieces seem kind of loose. Take away the defender. You got forks ideas. I will always be able to defend here with the bishop. He has no. I covered the back ranks. This is looking. This looks weird. All right, so he does this. All right. Now I defend with the bishop. I defend everywhere. Now what do you do here? And now we take. This falls. And this falls here. Thank you. All right. So he wants to go for the attack. This can't be the way. This should be easy for now. I'm just up a piece, so it's a matter of just following through and executing. Alright, so he's gonna give that up. Alright. Well, let's take that first. Now I have to take here. And now I'm gonna simplify like everything here. There's really nothing to be done. Okay, let's take here. And yeah, I'll just take that. I don't know what I'm thinking for so long. I control the diagonal. I control everything. This check doesn't mean anything. I just run up to G7. And then it's a clean win here. That doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything at all. We just bring it back. We'll go here and bring the bishop back. that's it. That's gonna be it. All right, we got the win. We just gotta crush him now. All right, one more game. And then I gotta take a short break. All right, let's go with the Nimzo Indian or Bogo Indian, or are they gonna do the London? All right, so London, we're just gonna go for the direct attack. All right, so I'm just going for pretty direct attack because this is where my advantage lies. I'll capture with the knight. I have some nice squares, uncontested at the moment. It's defended by the bishop. Maybe here, here, probably here. Castle. Bring the rook, swing it back. Maybe come with these kind of ideas. Okay. So we'll castle here. Alright, so I already have ideas here. Picking this pawn up. That doesn't look so good. That looks pretty hopeless actually. Wow. Let me see. Did he just sacrifice? He just sacrificed a piece? Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, let's develop this now. Him. Let's go with this. Attack that. Same problem. All right. Yes, so there it is. There it is. I had a miss. Let's see here. What percentage? 80 something percent maybe? Ooh, 90. Almost 91%. No brilliancies, but also no blunders. 25-50. I like that. One more game? Or should I take a break? Maybe I should take a break. Because I need to eat something. All right, I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. Just give me a few minutes. I just need to grab a bite to eat, but I'll be back soon.
Oh, can you open up the thing behind you? It's kind of hot.
It is.
Very, very I was about to say, I'll take your pants on. I'm about to tell him to take your shirt and pants on.
Some refrigerated foods there.
Who did? Oh, me? I'm getting some paint rating points. You're watching it?
No, I'm watching.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
He's
the one.
watching.
I'm
He's
hearing
watching
you.
through you.
I thought somebody else. So somebody else was talking to me. You play strong players and I whatever.
Yeah.
They're asking me, but I'm like, not really.
They left though.
Yeah, I know. It's late. That's cool.
There was 3 people in there before, me and 2 other people, but they left.
Yeah, it's alright. It's late. People playing video games, getting ready for school tomorrow.
No, yeah, it's 9:30.
Spark it up, spark it up. Mm.
No, the pants.
Mm.
Wait, we can hear when you say it right back. We can hear you on the mic.
What?
We can hear you on the mic.
Right now?
Yeah.
Wait, no one's on there? Okay.
All right, I'm back. Let's get these points. Let's make this, get these elo back and start climbing. I'm focused. Let's go. French defense. Do we have winnower, the classical, or the McCutcheon? Is he gonna go for McCutcheon? Not classical. Knight 7, H4, Alekhine Chittard. And now we have. I blundered and played G4, so I go here. If he goes here, I can take here and then go here from this. Okay, now we go for breaking the position up. Does he have this? I think he does. I'll take it though. Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is getting complicated here. Oh, this guy's a 2330 too. Okay. I don't really have much choice here. I'm gonna castle. I like my position. Queen is really weird placed. I also have ideas of this, don't I? Wait, what's going on here? I have this, don't I? With the idea of this. That's dangerous. Okay. Very dangerous. You can't push because I have this idea. Adding more pressure to here. You might have to sacrifice, and that's not what you want here. There are no checks. No useful checks. I'm lagging behind a little bit in development, but I have such a good position because his compromised king that it won't really matter much. The central pawns look menacing, but doesn't this just... So that's kind of annoying. Takes there. Takes there. Okay, I can go here. Takes. I'm pretty sure I can just take here. I'm going all out. You can't take here. Yeah, I don't know if this is strong enough, actually. This doesn't seem like it's enough. Let's try it. What happens if I just go... Oh, this is looking bad. This is not looking good here. Oh, yeah. I need to push here. Damn, man. I'm gonna lose. Oh, this guy's too good. Simplifying to one in a game. That's the way to do it. Oh, I'm gonna lose anyways. But at least I got a brilliance. Let's go. Consolation prize. What was my brilliant move? I'm just not fast. 2300. He's really good. Yeah, he played a little bit better than me. Where is it? Which move was it? Apparently, what's the analysis though? Apparently I'm better. So after this? Oh, no. Let's see. What's the move here? Oh, blocking with the bishop. Oh, because there's the threat. Queen here, which is devastating. Ah. Because the queen covers the square, otherwise this check would be mate. And you don't want to take here, because then it'll open the file for the rook. I completely missed that. Yeah, that was a strong move. Unfortunate. Alright, one more game. One more game and then I'll call it a night. Alright. I'm above 2200, so I gained some points today, so that's a good note. Let's finish on a high note. Come on. Come on. I got the black pieces. That's alright. Dragoon, the dragoon. Modern. Queen here, f3, bishop e2. Castle. And then right, I don't think there's a problem with just keeping it simple. Going here. Go on. How are you moving that knight? You gonna push the pawn? Push right here. What is he doing here? Okay, come on. Okay, so that's an important pawn, but I feel like I have something here. I feel like it's not so simple. Got tactics all over the place. Alright, so he wants to do that. Does that accomplish anything? Wait, so can I just do this? What's the problem with that? Okay. Oh no. Wait, isn't that just checkmate? Oh, that's grimy, man. Oh no, that's checkmate here. That's whoa. I can't even stop that without giving up my queen. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. I can't do anything about that. Man, no, I can't leave under 2200. I cannot. I cannot. Let's go. I'm not giving up. Not surrendering. I don't care. I do not care. Take it. Okay. Develop normally. Nice compact structure. Now let's start grabbing some space, make decisions. Bishop on a nice diagonal. I could play for this. And I will play for this. I need to open up the lines. We can trade off these bishops. I think I should play for f5 here. Let's play for this because now I want to push but not allow his knight to go here. So now do I take with the queen? Yeah, take with the queen. Get out the pin. Push the pawn. Okay. Okay. You want to remaneuver? I can't allow him to get in there. Okay. Well, just ignore it. I can capture the pawn. But I need to support this pawn push first. Now this is gonna be strong. Let's keep this here. We have this idea now. Now he kind of just gave us a square. Also, I have ideas of swinging the rook over this way, which is pretty annoying for him. Hold on. I have tricks. He can't move back here because I have takes and fork. And if he takes here, then I cover the square with a rook. And then I have ideas of bringing this over here. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. Keep pushing. Okay. Alright, but that doesn't work for him because this pawn is going to be, the rook is trapped. So I don't know about that one. And then I can add another attacker to it. Forking, actually. Huh. Okay, let me not spend too much time. Alright, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go for this idea. Oh wait, did I just fall for checkmate? Oh my goodness, no. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Oh man, I think I was in the driving seat the whole time. I can't believe I fell for that. Oh, back rank issues, huh? All right. Well, that was enough for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. There will be more streaming upcoming, usually Saturdays, Sundays. So if you guys want to subscribe and show your support, that would be appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. This is William Torres, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Take care if you want.